I'm Tamara Royal, and thank you for joining me on your Sunday night. This is going to be a deeply restorative practice, and we will start with just a couple gentle positions before moving into our Yoga Nidra. So if you have your space all set up there, I like to use at least 2 pillows and have a nice heavy blanket and anything else you wish. So just everything to make yourself very comfortable and so you can stay in stillness once we get going here. So if you can find yourself laying on your back, and you're welcome to have your video on or off, it doesn't matter. This is just going to be simply following my voice tonight. So we'll stretch out laying on your back. And tonight, I just wanted to let you know that I'll guide you through a few positions. And if at any time there's something that's not comfortable in your body, you're always welcome to do an alternative. You can choose to roll on your side. You can sit up even against a wall. So just find what is most comfortable for you. A couple things too, if there's any low back issues or just some general body issues, just take as much propping with blankets, even a rolled towel, and just allow yourself to be, I just call it ridiculously comfortable. So that is the goal tonight. So as you stretch out, laying on your back, let's just take a moment and tune into where our breath is at. Begin to feel as the breath flows in the body and as it washes out, taking all the stale energy with it. On your next inhale, let's take a full deep inhale, filling all the way into the lower belly, all the way up to the collarbones. Open the mouth, release it outside out. And take another deep, full breath in. And let it all go. And on your last one, nice deepest breath of today, filling into all corners of the chest. When you're as full as you can get, can you take one more sip? Open the mouth and release it out. Come into your natural breath and allow your body to feel supported by the ground or the bed that you're on. And we'll take a bend in the knees as you plant your feet on the floor. And then guide the knees hugging into chest. Take a nice squeeze in. And begin to take the knees wide. So still squeezing the knees into chest as they widen, coming closer to the armpits. And if you wish, you can take a gentle rocking side to side, giving the lower back a little massage. And then come back into stillness. And then we'll gently guide both knees over to your right. So just coming into a nice gentle twist as those knees rest either on a pillow or on the floor, whatever's comfortable. Your shoulders are connected to the ground. And if it's comfortable, you can take your gaze over your left hand. Just feeling that little bit of a twist. And following the breath here. Feel with every exhale, your body drop deeper into the pose, releasing. And I just wanted to talk a little about our yoga nidra practice tonight. If this is something new, just know that there are different styles of yoga nidra. The one that we'll be doing tonight is in the lineage of Ishta. And there's not a way to do this wrong. So all you need to do is follow my voice and allow yourself to relax in. We'll gently take your gaze back to center. Guide those knees back into the chest as we hug them in, and getting that nice compression into the hip flexors there. And then gently, as you're ready, allow the knees to come over to your left. And you can take any pillow, blanket to prop under if that feels nice. And perhaps taking your gaze over the right arm. And tonight we'll be setting our intention that we will stay awake as we flow through this practice. And if it is common to fall asleep, but the more you practice this, the less often that happens. And often you'll just come back as the body and the mind remembers. So know that you may hover just above sleep and you may dip into sleep here and there throughout our practice tonight. Yoga Nidra is a practice that I came to a few years ago when I was going through some adrenal fatigue. This was recommended to me as a deeply restorative practice. And it really was the best thing for me at that time. It's wonderful for anyone going through even insomnia, feelings of anxiety, depression, even for pain management. It's a way to, it's a type of a meditation. Mine is with a visualization. And having a 1 hour Nidra practice is like having 4 hours of a deep sleep. So it is highly restorative for not only the body, but for the mind. Little did I know going through this that there are many further benefits, working into some soul work and uncovering some of our limiting beliefs and working into our intention, our sankalpa, which I'll get into once we get going here too. Taking your gaze back to center and gently guiding the knees back to center, hugging them in once more. Take a nice deep breath here. Release it out. And guide the feet back down to the floor, keeping a nice bend in those knees still. And with your feet planted on the floor, your knees bent, take those into a gentle windshield wiper. So the knees, both knees come over to the right, back through center, and over to left. You can follow this with the rhythm of your breath, coming back through center, over to right, and back through center. And this is just a nice way to create a little bit of motion into the spine. And as you feel complete, you can come back to center. And this is where we can extend our legs long and we will set up into the shape of Shavasana. So typically for our Yoga Nidra practice, we're just laying on our back, arms and legs spread open to the side. But there's many ways you can do this. If that's not comfortable, you're welcome to come onto your side. You can even find a seated position, usually against a wall for support. So wherever you are, I highly recommend taking that pillow and propping just under the backs of the thighs. And another one for the head. And find that blanket and just creating that nice, safe cocoon space. And take a moment to set up, come into your most comfortable position. And tonight we'll release any expectations. Let go of what you think this should look like. And just allow yourself to welcome whatever will be. And just being here is enough. There's no right or wrong experience. And you are whole, wholly enough just as you are. So take this time to settle into your shape of Shavasana, supporting yourself in every way possible. And in our session tonight, we'll give special focus to letting go, releasing any old emotion. And as we're working with the energy of the February snow moon, typically this is our coldest month of the year in our northern hemisphere, and we're moving out of retrograde. And this is a perfect time to get real with the true self without any interruption. And we're using this full moon energy to amplify our intention and allow a full release through our visualization. And this is a beautiful practice to invite in these healing energies. We'll guide any supercharged emotions into a space of gratitude and healing. And instead of sinking deeper into the heaviness, and can you take this period to nurture yourself? Honor this time of rest and healing, and allow yourself to reflect. Welcome any feelings, and there is growth to be had here. And we'll begin by bringing tightness into the toes and the feet, squeezing the toes and the feet, squeezing into the thighs, squeezing into the knees, all the way into the glutes, tight, 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 and release. Again, taking tightness through the feet, moving up the legs, over the knees, up into the glutes, into the lower belly, squeezing into the fists, now into the arms, all the way into the chest, tight, 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 and release. Again, tightness through the toes, moving all the way up the legs, the glutes, into the belly, the fists, the arms, the chest, now up into the throat and the jaw, into the face, eyebrows, the forehead, the whole body squeezing tightly. Tight, tight, tight here. Take a breath in, and on exhale, release. Allow the body to drop here. And as you feel your body settle into your mat, into your bed even more, allow the eyes to come to rest. Arms fall open to the sides. The palms of the hand gently turn up to the ceiling as they may receive these nurturing energies. Let your feet go, falling open to the side. Taking up space, allowing yourself to be held by the surface you're on. Begin to walk the shoulders gently under, creating that space between the ears and the shoulders. And feel each part of the body as it connects into the ground. And set your intention now that you will remain awake. As we invite your body into stillness, know that if you experience any discomfort, that you can always take a moment to readjust so that you can come back into stillness. And begin to pay attention to the space around you. Notice the sounds within your room. And then tune in to any voices, maybe traffic, music, or movement, anything outside the room. Feel the temperature of the air floating across your skin. And just be aware of those sensations. Acknowledge them. And now let them drift away. We'll move within the body and welcome any messages here. A busy, chattering mind, running through to-do lists, even aches, pains, or anxieties. Welcome those. Acknowledge them. They are real. Let's not push them away as they come. Let's thank them. Allow them to float on by. And this is a natural part of relaxation. We may not be used to allowing deep rest. We are now teaching ourselves how to come into rest, how to drop into the state. Your mind may resist, even becoming busier. No need to control, just witness any thoughts. Allow yourself to watch them as they move on by. And as these sensations and thoughts begin to float off into the distance, let's take this time now to invite in your Sankalpa. What is it that you truly wish to invite into your life? Perhaps a sense of ease, of gratitude, abundance, or acceptance. I'll guide you to repeat it to yourself silently 3 times, feeling it deep within as if it's already occurring. And allow your Sankalpa to be discovered naturally. No need to force or control it. Whatever comes up. We do this in the form of I am. If you find you're struggling for what that is today, then you can simply use I am. As you're ready, with purpose and conviction, state it with me, feeling it radiating deep within you. This is your heart vow. I am. I am. I am. And we begin moving through our rotation of consciousness, journeying through all parts of the body. Let's invite nourishing energy to warm into each body part as we move along. Beginning, bringing our attention into the right hand. Feel this ball of energy pool into the palm of the right hand, warming the entire hand, beginning to illuminate it. And now this warmth radiates into the right hand thumb and the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, radiating across the back of the hand and around the right wrist, moving up the arm, and around the elbow, the upper arm, and into the shoulder. And down into the armpit and across the right side rib. And feel this warmth as it goes into the right hip and pools into the pelvic bowl, radiating down the right thigh, into the knee, and moving down the shin and the calf, and around the ankle, and across the top of foot, and the heel, moving across the sole of the foot. And this warming energy moves into the right big toe. And the second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. And the pinky toe. And now the tips of all 5 toes lighting up and warming with this nourishing energy. And now the space between the toes. And now feel the whole right side body. This warm, pure energy. And shifting focus over to the left side body now. Landing into the left palm. And the palm fills with this warming energy. Beginning to spread into the left thumb. The second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. And fifth finger. And now the tips of all fingers, and the space between the fingers, the back of hand, moving around the wrist, up the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, and into the shoulder, moving into the armpits, and down the left side rib, warming into the left hip, radiating into the pelvic bowl, warming down the thigh, into the knee, down the shin and the calf, around ankle, across the top of the foot, and into the heel and the sole of the foot. And this warm energy radiates into the left big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And now the tips of all 5 toes together in the space between the toes. And now feel the whole left side body filling with this warm, radiating energy. And awareness now moves to the back body. Feel the back of ankles and the back of calves. And the back of both thighs. Feel the lower back beginning to warm, moving to middle back, moving higher into upper back. Up the neck and the back of head. All the way to the crown of the head. And this warm, pure energy begins to move down the forehead. Moving over to the right ear. Now the left ear. Across the right eyebrow and left eyebrow. This energy is moving into the space between the eyebrows now and into the right eye and left eye. Across the right side of nose and the left side of nose. Warming into the lips and the chin. And radiating across the jaw, beginning to move down the throat, in the middle of the chest, upper belly, into the navel, and the pelvis. And now this energy fills into the whole right leg. Now the whole left leg. The whole right arm. The whole left arm. The whole face. And now the whole head. And now feel the entire body, the whole body warming, this nurturing energy, filling entire body. Paying attention to any sensation here. Now notice sensation on the right side body. And now your left side body. Back of the body. Front of body. And deep within the body. Now the surface of body. And then the whole body, from head to toe. Feel the whole body at once. And tell yourself you are practicing Yoga Nidra. and you were staying awake. Focus now moves to our breath. Feel the body being cradled and held by every in-breath as this life-giving prana fills into the lungs and then washes away any stagnant energy with our out-breath, releasing all that no longer serves. This is your wave of breath moving into low belly now, as belly button rises on inhale, falls on exhale, releasing that wave. We'll begin to count back with a slow, natural breath, starting over should you lose count. We'll begin at 27. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. 27. Breathing in, breathing out. 26. In and out. 25. Continuing on your own time. And releasing the count now, wherever you were, letting it go. Feeling sensation throughout the entire body. The mind is alert while the body sleeps. Feel every part of your body as it connects into the earth. Imagine now that your whole body is increasingly heavy. Feel the edges of your body melting, not just on the top of the mat, but into it. Feel the ground meet every edge of your back body. Surrendering whole body here. Heavy, like wet sand. And now release that sensation. Imagine your whole body becoming lighter. Lighter, light as cotton. See your whole body gently floating away from the floor. With each breath, letting go of the earth, feeling lighter, softer, weightless. And coming back into heaviness, sinking again deep down. So heavy. Arms, legs, back. Heavy, melting down. Again, coming into a sense of lightness as the body becomes lighter, weightless, almost beginning to hover. Light as air. And coming back down into heaviness again, meeting the earth, feeling fully held. So heavy here. Again, becoming lighter, weightless as we lift up. Body fills with air, light like a feather, so light. Now coming back into both heavy and light at the same time. Can you experience heaviness yet lightness? The duality, heavy and light. And releasing that now as we shift awareness into our third eye, that space between the eyebrows, experiencing images with all senses, waves crashing on the shore, lazy clouds floating on a summer's day, and the fresh snow on the needles of a pine tree, the flicker of a candle flame, the wind in your face as the car window is open, and the fresh crunch of snow as you walk along. Deep orange of a sunset as the sun dips below the horizon. And the crisp, foggy breath of a deer exploring through the snow. And releasing with a deep exhale here, remaining awake as body sleeps. And slowly now let everything fade and imagine that you're in the forest, surrounded by tall trees, sensing the life energy with each tree that you pass. It feels peaceful and comfortable here. And even as it grows dark with the sun setting, you feel completely safe and at home. Enjoying the sounds of the forest with the gentle chatter of the birds and the crunch of the snow underfoot. You are dressed warmly and are quite comfortable here. And walking along this forest path, you soon come upon a clearing which is beginning to glow under the light of the full moon. The white ground beneath reflecting back the moonlight. And it feels like midday, even without the sun. And this clearing has a special comforting feel. It is welcoming you to spend some time here. And there are 4 boulders framing the clearing. There is a bowl of salt on the boulder straight ahead of you. And to the right, there sits a bowl of water. And behind, there is a candle. And to the left, there is a fireproof container. And feelings begin to churn and swirl within you. And as it is nearing the end of February, with the full snow moon rising in the sky, you know that this is your opportunity to release and welcome in the new. And you remember how supported you are. You feel your feet connect into the earth and the snow compacted beneath, and paying close attention to how truly held you are. You enjoy breathing in this fresh air and letting the oxygen flow through with ease. What emotions are bubbling up here that are not serving you? These limitations and these reoccurring discomforts that you are more than ready to let leave you. As they come, feel the sensation of release. Just as your breath forms that frosty cloud in the crisp night air, begin to write on a paper that is now in front of you on the forest floor. Write out these thoughts and emotions that are no longer serving. Take a moment, write whatever comes to mind. What is it you'd like to release? As you feel complete here, you can fold the paper, and taking that paper, head to the boulder behind you. And using the candle that is flickering there, light the paper as it catches on fire, watching the flame as it begins to consume, taking away this heaviness, releasing these burdens. And as it begins to catch, you walk over to the fireproof container on your left and place it there to burn in its completeness. Watching the smoke as it curls upwards, releasing to the sky. And as the fire begins to burn out, completely done, the paper has turned to black ash. You take the remnants over to the bowl of salt, mixing the ash into the salt, and begin to feel those negative energies slipping away as the salt absorbs them. Gently mixing them around, it feels complete. And it is here, under the energy of this full snow moon, that you give thanks to the elements for releasing you of these burdens. And with complete gratitude for allowing the lessons and for this release, making room for the harvest of new energies invited in. Planting here the seeds of your Sankalpa, beginning to feel your heart fill with this intention. Let it permeate your whole being. Radiating throughout the whole of you. Plant your Sankalpa now 3 times. I am. I am. I am. Scooping the salt and the ash mixture, carrying it over to the water held in the bowl, mixing it into the water. The water takes the ash in as it becomes one. And you now take the bowl in your hands and pour the water that is filled with these released emotions, pouring it onto the ground. And as you do, the snow begins to clear away, allowing the water to reach the forest floor, mixing into the soil. It begins to churn and form a trickling creek. As it trickles away from you, it begins to increase into a rushing river, washing away from you and taking all that was released onto your paper and absorbed by fire, by salt, and by water, carrying it all away in the river, giving it back to Gaia, to Mother Earth, as she knows how to relieve it from you, and disposing it and using it to nurture new growth. And feel the mist rise off the rushing water. See that river. Hear the power of the water. And your cheeks cool from the mist. A sense of lightness, complete release, and spaciousness. A feeling of new energies beginning to grow within. And you feel a sense of renewed purpose as you begin to make your way back the way you came. The sounds of the forest have muted. The tall pines and spruce strong in their roots as you walk back, enjoying the wisdom of this full moon night. A sense of calm and relaxation is yours, feeling completely supported, held, and rejuvenated. And the practice of Yoga Nidra is now coming to an end. If you've fallen asleep, you can reawaken, come back into the physical body, into the physical breath. Little by little, you'll start to develop awareness for the body. And feel from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Taking movement through wrists and through ankles. And perhaps stretching from head to toe, taking arms overhead like a good morning stretch. Begin to take the head, roll it side to side. Notice smells, sounds, full senses returning. You can take the knees into chest for a nice hug in here. And then gently landing on the side into a fetal position. And taking a moment here with eyes remaining closed, welcoming into the heart center a sense of gratitude, filling that heart space. And then welcoming in a sense of gratitude for yourself. And as you're ready, keeping eyes closed if you wish, and helping yourself up to a seated position. Meeting me with hands at heart center. With thumbs in the heart center. Feeling that sense of gratitude radiate through the whole body here with a kind heart. And the thumbs moving up to lips, speaking kind words. With thumbs at forehead center, with kind thoughts. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. And if we lost you, that's okay too. I'd love to hear your experience and share what you enjoyed, how it felt, and that was a Yoga Nidra practice.